Hey, g'day guys, Andrew from Pivotal Health and Fitness here with another video. This time we're looking at the foam roller, some fascial freeing techniques. Now, whatever you have at home is going to help you, so you don't necessarily need to have a foam roller. These are just the most versatile and probably the most comfortable tools that you can use. So, let's get into it. When looking at foam rolling, fascial freeing, what do we need to attack? Well, there are three major points in the body: the foot and ankle, the hip, and your thoracic spine, which you want to attack. So we start down the bottom at the foot and ankle. We will also look at some spots around the knee. We'll then move into the hips, and then finally we'll finish up around the ring of the T-spine. So where do we begin? Well, I always like to start from the bottom and work my way up. Your feet are the first thing that touch the ground. Everything else is supported by them, so why not start down there? I like to start with my trusty golf ball. I just drop it down to the ground, stand on it with my foot, and just work it slowly around under there, between the big toe and the heel, the little toe and the heel, and everything in between. So as we go, it's just nice and slow. And it's very likely that while you're playing around under here, you'll feel something that's probably not going to feel terribly good. Spend a little bit of time on that area, but realistically, 10 to 20 seconds will do. Now that we've done underneath the foot, we're going to move into the ankle. So the retinaculum of the ankle, which is like a band that just wraps around and holds everything in place around here, is what we're going to attack next. Best way to do it, on your roller, we're going to get that area at the front of the ankle on the roller. Now your weight distribution is going to be up to you. If you want to put more weight in, you just sit back. If you want to take some weight away, you can rock forwards onto your hands. What you want once you're on the ankle as like so, is just some rocking and rolling over that area. We want to feed the body some multi-directional movement as we treat it with this sort of action. So it's important to go in all sorts of directions over the area. And then once we've done that one, we'll move into our next point, which is going to be the top of the shin, right here. So here, if we can attack that, we can loosen up what's going on. These bones can then separate as your foot strikes the ground with every step that you take. So position-wise, this time we want to get on the top of the shin muscle, rock ever so slightly to the outside, so you're not on the bone so much, just on the edge of it. And then once again, we're going to rock and we're going to roll. And again, your weight distribution is up to you. If you need a little bit more, get on top of it. Use both legs, but otherwise, just like so. Our next point to attack is called the fibula head. Fibula head can be found on the side of the knee, just below the joint itself, and this is where your ITB connects into. Now, things like the ITB, a lot of people have foam rolled that and at great pain. I'm going to tell you that you don't need to worry about doing that ever again. If you can attack your fibula head and then the TFL, which I will show you later in this video, you won't have to touch your ITB ever again. So fibula head is located on the side of the knee, and again we just want to rock and roll back over it. Okay, fibula head. So fibula head can be found right here. Your hamstrings tendon comes in on the side of the knee to a little bony finger, just here. That's our fibula head. What we want to do is get this spot, just above this spot, on the roller. Just like so. Again, pressure application is up to you. You lift the body up, take the foot off, you'll get more of it, but not necessary. What you want to do is just again rock and roll over the fibula head. Once you've finished with the fibula head, it's easy then to move into our next point, which is going to be just on the top of our kneecap at the bottom of the quadriceps. And we're going to do that simply by rolling. And then from here, once again, we're rocking and rolling just over the bottom of the quad on the bone once again. Once you've finished with the knee, you can then move up to the hips. Now what we're going to focus on here is 3 points, and we'll do them all at once. We start at the TFL, that's the top of the ITB I mentioned before, on the side of the hip there. Once we're there, we're then going to roll into the front of the hip, the anterior hip, onto the bone. You're going to follow the bone all the way around. We'll then go back through the side and around to your posterior hip here. And if you feel around, you'll feel that there is bone all the way around. It's that bony ridge that we're going to follow as we go. Starting on the side of the hip, TFL. So as usual, we want to get some rocking, some rolling happening to keep some motion through the area that we're trying to affect. And then what you feel as you go through this process, listen to. So if your body tells you but you need to go forwards or you need to go up or down to get the better spot, listen to it, go with it, because it will tell you good information. It's up to you to take it on board. We start on the side and we start to rock the body forward so we're facing down and now getting into the anterior hip. Rocking and rolling, still on bone. We'll spend a little bit of time there, move back through the side, see how it feels, and then we start to go into the posterior hip. So when we go into the back of the hip, the bone sits a little higher. Make sure you adjust for that and stay on that bony edge. Now personally, I find that a baseball or a tennis ball is a better tool to use here. You can still use the roller though, it's up to you. The pubis symphysis is the next point that we want to hit. That is your pubic bone sitting right in here. Now the pubis symphysis is a meeting point of two bones. They come in, so they should be able to move. We want to make sure that they can, and this is how we're going to do it. The roller's edge wants to go into your lower abdomen, so you don't want your pubic bone to sit on top of the roller. It should go hard up against the butt of the roller though. So just like so. We lie, we sink into it, the bone is not on top. And then once you've relaxed and let your body weight go into that roller, you can then very slowly, nice and easy, start to roll from side to side. What we then do is we look to the sternum. We turn the roller across the body, like so. And to do this one, all you're going to do is use your vision, your eyes. You're going to look up to the roof, which will take your weight from being central, put it into one side, and then turn your eyes the other way. And your weight will rock from side to side over the sternum. Now you can go high, you can adjust and go low. Once again, listen to your body and act on what it tells you. Having completed the sternum, we're now going to move into the ribs. Now we want to start on the lowest rib, and your position is like so. So arm is outstretched with your thumb up, and then everything is relaxed. Your weight goes through the roller. The action here is straightforward. Just rock to look up, and then rock to look down. We look up, we look down. Once you've done it a couple of times, shift the roller up the rib cage a little bit, and repeat the process. There's a very good chance that somewhere along the way, you'll find a sore spot. Spend a little bit more time on there, but otherwise, a couple of rolls, and a shift. Until you get all the way up to the armpit. Well, thank you again guys for watching this video. I hope you can take away from it some good pieces of information and little tools that you can use to keep your body feeling good and functioning well. Don't forget, you don't need to use a roller. You can use anything, medicine ball, football, baseball. Use what works for you. Keep hydrated and listen to what the body tells you as you're doing this.